Hey everybody, Thomas Christ here. Hope you're all having a great night, doing whatever you want to do, doing what you like to do. Anyway, I just want to come at you. This is my third night of Vlogmas. It's very exciting. Anyway, what I wanted to do tonight is just give you a little bit of sort of behind the scenes. Of course, tomorrow night is the big show, the big Thomas Christ Live. So, and I hope you're all going to tune in at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another exciting episode of Thomas Christ Live, where I'm going to rock the house. I'm going to melt it down. But anyway, before I do that, there's a lot of things I have to do to get prepared to do that. So I'm going to show you a little bit of some behind the scenes stuff tonight. We're gonna do something right here in this video. And so one of the things that I have to do is I have to create a thumbnail, and I have to create some art for Bandcamp, because what I do is, of course, I put the tracks up that I perform live. I put those right up on Bandcamp. So I'm going to show you just a little bit of kind of how I do that. So if we go over to the screen here, you'll see this is GIMP, and that's a free image software editing program. And you can see we have here the thumbnail for Thomas Christ Live for this week. And I'm going to change the view here so you can see the whole thing. We're going to do fit image in window. And there we are. Now it's just a little bigger and a little smaller actually, and you can see the whole thing. So if you take off some of these layers, I put this little live thing there. That wasn't there before. That's a new addition. And then you have the words. So this live, you see it has a little bit of like three-dimensionality to it. There's two layers. There's a shadow layer, and then there's the main layer. And then beneath that, we have the words Thomas Christ, so those can go. And then we have, what is this? Oh, that's the logo, so the logo goes. And then we have this red bar that just goes across there. Then what we have is interesting. We have this, it's kind of and if I get rid of this black background, you'll see what's happening here. So we have this layer here that is kind of a gradient from transparent to black. And then that's where the thumbnail picture goes beneath that. So when you put that on, and then you put the black background on, it just kind of all becomes seamless, and it just kind of shows my face just kind of appears there in the corner. So, and where do these pictures come from? That's an interesting story in and of itself. So every week before I do these shows, what I do is I have a practice that I record live. As I record it as if it were the live broadcast. So here we are. Here we have it in QuickTime, and this is the whole thing. I do the whole thing from beginning to end. And then what I just do is I kind of just find a picture of myself that's not, maybe it's funny looking, like this right here. See this? I'm making a funny face here. We'll just move this out of the way. And so then I just go in here and I go to Launchpad and I go to Other and I grab. I love that. I grab. And so you open Grab and you grab. You can't open Grab. You can only grab. And then you go up here to Capture and you go to Selection, and then it'll give you this stupid little box. And then you just drag over the screen like this. Boop. And it'll give you that little sound. And there's your picture. So then what you can do is you save it. I'm not going to save this one because I already did this. Let me actually just, I'm going to close out of here. So when I close out of here, see it comes up with this little box. If I were going to save it, I would save it, whatever I want to do. But I'm going to hit delete, and then I'll just get rid of it. Then we're going to go up here to grab, and we're just going to quit grab. No more grabbing. All right. So that's how I get this image. So I got this image from that earlier, And then now what I need to do is, this is the dimension for the YouTube thumbnail. Now I got to go over here, and this is for Bandcamp. So this has different dimensions. So all I have to do is go in here. This is basically the same sort of thing as the other thumbnail. I'm just going to get rid of some of these layers here. No, I don't want to get rid of that one. Yeah. Why is that live still there? Oh, I didn't get all these. Okay, so we have this here. There's that. What is it? It looks like. Well, anyway. So if I get rid of this black background, you can see. So this is the picture. And I need to see where that is. So I'm going to go over here. Now I've already gotten rid of all these. I'm going to get rid of this sort of mask layer. And I'm just going to copy. I'm going to select this layer. And you can see I have, if I got rid of this, I have previous, I don't want to do that. I have previous, these are from previous weeks. And some of these I don't even know if I actually used, but yeah. So they're just all there. I'll probably get rid of some of these because they're going to take up, it's going to become too big. But anyway, so what I want to do is just take this layer, and I'm going to hit edit, and I'm going to hit copy, and I'm going to come over here, and then I'm going to hit, let's go down to where this, because I think if I select this layer, it's going to, when I paste it, it's going to be there. So we're going to paste as new layer, and then there it is. See, it comes in right over top. Now you see it's too small. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Well, no, not really, because I'm just going to bring it up here, and I'll line it up with the previous image, and then I'm going to hit the scale button, scale tool, and we'll just drag this on down. So it's at least as big as the picture. We can make it even a little bigger probably. I mean, this is all outside of the canvas, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to hit scale, and then it'll just do that. Now, if I just bring all this back in, let's just see how this looks. I may have to move that around, but it might be, no. Yeah, we're going to have to move it a little bit. So, we're going to get this tool here, this directional tool. We'll just move it on down. We'll move it off to the side a little bit. That should be fine. And then I'll get rid of this previous week because it's going to be visible. So now I'll just hit that. And then we'll just start, I'll put this back layer. We need that black background. And then we'll just start building this back up again. Just making all these layers visible. There we go. So there we are. And we're done. We're literally done. So that's a pretty easy thing to do. So now that that's done, yeah, what is going on with this live thing? There's probably something here I'm not supposed to have open. Not that. I think it's this one. Yeah, I don't need this one. I should probably delete that. I think that was an older one that I left in. Because I changed the font here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to hit File. And we're going to hit Save As. And see, it'll be album art episode 9. We're on episode 10. So, we're just going to change that to episode 10. Imagine that. And there you go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit File, Export As. And see, it's already episode 10. That's good. And I'm just going to hit Export. It'll go to my pictures file. And that'll be perfect. So then this box comes up. And I just leave these the way they are. I could probably change some of these settings. To be honest with you, I don't know what all these things do. But these look pretty good, so I'm just going to leave it that way. So I'm going to hit Export. And then it'll do the little bar. And then there you go. Your thumbnail for Bandcamp is done. So we'll get out of GIMP, so we don't have too many things running. And then it does this. I don't think we... Oh, it's because I changed some stuff on the thumbnail, but I don't need to save that. So I'm just going to discard changes. That's good. Okay. And we can actually quit this. I don't think I need this QuickTime player anymore. And then I have here, oh, you're going to see the set list. Well, but I do have, so I make just a simple text file and text edit with the set list. Actually, I usually do that over on the other machine. I just did it here in case I needed it over here. But yeah, actually, so the other thing that I'm going to show you is sort of the back end of this. And I do this in Logic. I just realized this is going to cause, maybe it won't be a problem. We'll see. There comes Logic. It's trying to load. I just hit skip all here. And it went over to. Alright, I don't need that to be on. Alright, so the vocals come through this narration vocal channel, but I don't need that to be on right now. But anyway, I'm going to show you how I actually. So these are all the backing tracks, and what I do is I just hit solo here, and then I solo the track that I'm playing currently, and I just go on down. This is in the order that they'll be performed. I'm going to show you how I create this though. So I go to open, and then I have one. Called, let's see where it is. I think it's this TC Live 2. That should be, let me actually do this in order. Okay, so TC Live, yeah, TC Live 2. That's the one. So we're going to open this. And it's going to give me a dialogue about this, and we're going to close it because we don't need it. And we're not going to save because we don't want to save that. All right. I'm going to hit skip all again. Okay, so yeah, it went back over to the other screen again. I need to yell at it and say, "Don't do that. Bad logic. Why do you go over there? You need to stay right here so we can see you." Anyway, so this has is the vocal channel. This is actually just some keyboard sounds. I think if I select this and hit solo, yeah. I used this for one episode one time. Oh, there's the loon. Everybody wants to hear the loon. I want to hear the loon. That was from, if you remember, Tom Green, the Bum Bum song. I want to hear the loon. Anyway, so we just have the first audio channel. So let's just take a look at my set list. What am I doing? Where's text edit? There. So we see that right about now, that's the new song, by the way. It'll be out probably tomorrow, most likely. Check back. There'll be a music video. It's going to be very exciting. I can't tell you any more about that. You'll just have to wait and see. But if you watch Pete John's Your Music Live, you can look that up on YouTube. You might get a chance to see it for the first time before anybody else. But right after that, maybe it's going to go live for everyone. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But anyway, so we know that's the song. Now, I usually leave one here for there's an intro track as we come in, while all the crazy images are showing, and that's when I'm, nervously in the background, kind of just like, oh shit, I'm about to start. Anyway, but so we can duplicate this track, and then let's say on track 2, we're gonna put, we'll come in here. I have all the backing tracks. Literally, I don't even know how many. So there's this level of backing track. There's the virus infect backing tracks. There's all those, and then we're not even done yet because in this compressed folder, I have, most of these are MP3s, I think. Yeah. These are all backing tracks for songs. You probably haven't even heard a lot of these. Anyway, so we're going to go in here and we're going to find, if we sort by name, that'll probably be easiest. Let's find, oh, that's right. It's not in this one. It's in this upper level. So we have, we're looking for right about now, and there it is, right about, and then we have found it right about now. So I'm going to put it in, we just open it, and there it is. And so then, now I'm not going to turn this vocal channel on because I already have the vocals for this are running through GarageBand. Just so I can do stuff in here and not to have this distracting vocal channel. We'll play it. Just a little bit of it. It's maybe loud. So there you go. And that's how the backing tracks work. If you've wanted to know, for Thomas Christ Live, this is how I do it. And I have all of my computer audio. I can actually show you if I quit Logic Pro. Let's do that. And we're not going to save this because we don't need it. Let's just minimize that. I'm going to go to Launchpad, go to Audio MIDI Setup. And you'll see right here, I have everything running through Zoom and Soundflower. So the Zoom U24, that's my audio interface. And then Soundflower is this cool little program that you can put on a Mac, and it gives you like a virtual output. And that's what you can send, like it's going to OBS right now. And it goes, whenever I open Logic, anything that plays sound on the computer, so that's why that little speaker is there, everything goes through Soundflower. So that's a cool little trick if you want to do this kind of stuff. Get Soundflower. Now, the only thing about Soundflower is I've heard with newer Macs that it might not work, so your mileage may vary. Let's go back to full screen, because I think we're going to wrap things up. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, though, I did want to show you just a little bit about the routing situation. So I have this microphone, and then this microphone, and this is new this week. I'm running it through, if you watched the video from yesterday, I'm running it into this mixer, the Radio Shack SSM 1000. It's in line 1, and then now I don't have anything else through line 2, so it's just going into line 1. I'm running it through this just primarily. I'm going to use this echo on a couple of tracks, some older tracks that initially when I recorded them on this mixer, and they went through this echo. So I thought it would be cool to do it. I was going to try to run backing tracks through this off the iPad, but I was getting a lot of noise. Whenever the iPad is plugged into power, I'm getting a lot of noise through the headphone jack, so that turns out to not be a viable option. So I'm not going to do that, at least not yet. I may be able to figure something out with that, but for right now, that's not a viable option. This microphone right here, this is the Sennheiser E835. You can, I'll go out to full screen, just so you can see this. This is the Sennheiser E835. Let me just try to get that in camera there. There you go. So that's going into, I'll have to go back in here, and that's going into this Boss ME70. And then when you see me looking down in between songs, what I'm doing is changing the bank. I don't want to do that. I'm changing the bank here. If I hold these two pedals down, that'll bring me into bank select mode, and then I can either go up or down. I have 4 banks of presets, 4 presets. And number 3, so yeah, number 3 in all the preset, in all the banks, preset number 3 is just no effects at all. So that's when I'm talking in between songs. 4 is usually that has a lower octave to it. I don't use that very often. 1 is just kind of a straightforward sound, and then 2 uses a little bit of chorus to give you like a doubling effect. So when I go into the chorus, I hit number 2. Usually on the verses, I'm using number 1. Number 4 is a special effect. Like I said, it has that lower octave, and I'll bring that in certain songs, mostly songs in Regaining Composure, where I'll use that. But it's kind of a special effect. And then 3 is just like no effects at all, just bypass. So, but what I can do is if I hold these 2 pedals down, then I can go into bank select mode. I can go up with this pedal, down with this pedal. Then I can lock in a bank with pedal 3, and then I either hit 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it'll take me to that preset on that bank that I selected. So that's how that works. It's a little bit of inside baseball and technical stuff if you want to know. Then I also have this pedal. I mean, I can even do like pitch shifting with this pedal here. This does crazy stuff. And it's really for guitar, but I'm using it with vocals and it sounds great. So let's go back up to full screen. There we go. And so that's pretty much the behind the scenes tour of Thomas Christ Live. Once again, I hope you will tune in tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We're doing a sort of greatest hits set list. As much as I have greatest hits, what I think are the best songs from many of my albums, but not all of them. So I hope you'll tune in, because we're gonna rock and we're gonna roll. And I think that's gonna be about it for today. So I thank you very much if you watched this whole thing. Bless you, you're a saint. But I hope you tune in again, because we're going to have more content coming up. And also, you might want to mark down on your calendars, if you got this far, you might want to mark down on your calendars Tuesday evening, probably about 9 or 9:30. I'm still working it out. You know, you'll know as soon as I know. You'll hopefully get the notification of the stream being scheduled. But I'm going to be interviewing on this channel my former, sort of former, you can't really play live right now anyway, guitar player. His name is Jeremiah Mangosh, and he's very talented. And he has a lot of interesting stuff to say about old shows that we did and just, antics that we got up to. So I'm going to bring him on, and we're going to have an interview next Tuesday. So be prepared for that. If you have any questions, certainly, maybe make note of those. We'll try to get some of those in. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Have a great night. And take care, be well, be good, be safe, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.